Chapter 1. The Nature of Control. Among the things that exist, some depend on us, and others do not. What depends on us includes thought, impulse, desire, aversion, in short, everything where we act independently. What does not depend on us includes the body, wealth, reputation, public roles, everything in which we do not act independently. What depends on us is naturally free, without obstruction or restraint. What does not depend on us is weak, enslaved, vulnerable to obstacles, and foreign to us. Remember, if you consider as free what is naturally enslaved, or as your own possession what is not yours, you will live troubled, upset, and tormented. You will blame men and gods alike. But if you hold only what truly belongs to you as your own, and everything else as foreign, then no one will ever be able to force you or hinder you. You will not blame anyone or accuse anyone. You will never act against your will. No one will harm you, and you will have no enemies, for nothing that might harm you will be imposed upon you. So seek out these great goods. Keep in mind that, once you set out, you should not disperse your efforts by working sparingly and in all directions, but rather commit yourself fully to chosen objectives and set aside the rest. If, at the same time, you aim for power and wealth, you risk failing by being attached to goals other than the ones that lead to freedom and happiness. So as soon as an image disturbs your mind, remember to tell yourself, you are just an image, not the reality you appear to be. Then examine it and test it according to the principles that govern your life. Above all, consider whether this reality depends on you or not. And if it does not, be ready to say, "This does not concern me." Chapter 2. Managing Desires and Aversions. Do not let yourself fall into what you dread. If you are unlucky in not obtaining the object of your desire, you will feel miserable falling into what you tried to avoid. So if you only seek to avoid what is within your control and contrary to nature, nothing you wish to escape will happen to you. But if you try to avoid sickness, death, or poverty, you will be unhappy. Therefore, remove all aversion from what does not depend on you. Redirect this aversion toward what does depend on you and does not align with nature. As for desire, for now, put it aside completely. For if you desire something that is beyond your control, you are bound to fail. Not to mention that you will hinder your ability to attain what is within reach and more wisely worth desiring. Stick to following your impulses and aversions, but do so lightly, without systematic effort and without excess. For every object that attracts you, serves you, or pleases you, understand exactly what it is, starting with the smallest things. If you love a clay pot, tell yourself, "I love a clay pot." If it breaks, you will not be devastated. When you embrace your child or spouse, remind yourself, "I am embracing a human being." If they happen to die, you will not be as disturbed. When preparing to do anything, clearly envision what it entails. For example, if you are going out to bathe, remember what happens in a public bath. People splash water on you, bump into you, insult you, steal from you. You will more certainly accomplish what you set out to do if you remind yourself, "I am going to bathe," while maintaining your freedom to choose in harmony with nature. This approach applies to all other tasks. If something arises that prevents you from bathing, you will have an answer ready. I was not only aiming to bathe, but also to exercise my freedom of choice in accordance with nature. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to not miss the next chapters where we'll delve deeper into Epictetus's teachings. Share this video with anyone who might benefit from this ancient philosophy. Together, let's embrace the Stoic path and live a more fulfilling life. Until next time, Keep your mind strong and your spirit free.